There are two things I absolutely cannot stand about animes. One is when they stretch out episodes upon episodes of people screaming their heads off as they power up or get ready for the finishing blow. The other is when a series reminds me of any Gundam series ever created, and I say this fully aware that I shall be flogged by the fanboys and girls for such foul language towards their king. Probably all due to my horrible memories of Gundams 1 through Zeta, which apparently does exist, all being seemingly generic to the storyline of 1. Crazy mech driver finds himself stuck fighting battles till he gets to a battle he can't win, but wins anyways because he finds a ridiculous gun, or 2. Commoner stumbles upon a mech only to find he's a crazy mech driver who's stuck fighting battles till he gets to a battle he can't win, but wins anyways because he finds a ridiculous gun. Sadly, this has given me an unhealthy fear of anything mecha. Not a good fear when discussing anime, I must say. So it was with great bravery and contempt that I decided to watch Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. I told myself I wouldn't go looking for trouble when I saw Gurren Lagann pop up, but as its popularity rose, trouble found me and I found myself sitting down to see what all the hype was about. Would I be astounded? Would I be inspired? Would I join the masses in harmonious chorus singing and praising all that was Gurren Lagann? Of course not. I will give it credit, it's no Gundam ripoff. The story starts you off with a group of humans living underground, seemingly spending their lives digging tunnels to who knows where. It's not too late before we realize this isn't actually as fun as it sounds. We're introduced to Simon the spineless pessimist, Kamino the reckless optimist, and Yoko the fanservice. Did I catch your attention? Good, let's proceed. Venturing off together along with their little mech. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention they found a huge mechanical head while digging, magically learned to pilot it, then defeated quite the retarded foe, leading them to the outside world away from their holes. Anyway, they go in search of... Wait, what are they looking for? What? Nothing? They're just exploring? Oh god, don't tell me we've got another series lacking in plot development. Okay, don't worry. Luckily they run into a purpose, advancing mankind to greater things. Yep, at least they're going in the right direction. Like hell they are. Everywhere you turn there's a blatant disregard for thoughtful action. In fact, it's discouraged. You want to know what the moral of this story was? Humanity's advancement is always worth it, even if it destroys the universe. Now, I'm all for advancement, but let's take a step back and think about what message we're sending our kids. There's a reason we don't clone humans, even though we could. It's because we've seen the Clone Wars, and we'll be damned if we let that happen. You want to know why it's no Gundam ripoff? It's because Gundam doesn't throw sensibility out the door. Running into every fight that's nearly impossible to win, even when it's unnecessary, isn't heroic, it's idiotic. It's a blatant disregard for the lives of the people involved. Oh, and what the heck is up with this series and drills? I want to know if there's anyone out there that didn't catch the innuendo of thrusting your drill to the heavens. Yeah, a spiral or drill represents humanity's unending push for greater heights or whatever. But seriously, thrusting your drill to the heavens? The producers must have been laughing their heads off at that one. Now, I don't want to go into any details of what they might have been saying or not saying, but I'll just say what crossed my mind was somewhat sexual. And involved a penis. Speaking of Yoko, let's talk about blatant fan service. I know not all animes suffer from chronic fan service, but let's be honest, the only reason it's there is because the series has some self-esteem issues. It doesn't think it can stand on its own without showing something extra. No, says the avid fanboy, it just wants to look beautiful and incite happiness in those around it. Right, well you tell your lovely series it's welcome to join me in a few therapy sessions when it realizes it has a problem. Hold up for a sec, I forgot one other annoyance on my uncomfortably long list of annoyances with any shows I watch, and that's recap episodes. I don't know if the producers decided halfway through the series that it was about time for a break or something, but when you dedicate a full episode to explaining what I already know, I feel a little insulted. Either you're watching to the end or you're not. If you've watched up to the halfway point, you don't need a recap, and if you haven't watched it at all, no recap episode's ever going to do enough justice to those episodes. I say this as a warning to potential future watchers of this series. Episode 16 is pointless. As long as you have even just a decent amount of brain function in you, you should be able to recall what you just saw in the previous 15 episodes. Honestly, you won't miss a thing. Concluding thoughts, as far as a mecha anime is concerned, I've been enlightened, yet slightly worried for the future of mankind. Maybe it is possible to see mecha as more than just bland with a disregard for anything even remotely upbeat. Or maybe that's just Yoko's breast talking. On a quick side note, the Dragon Ball movie... never mind. It's too easy and too pathetic. Just say goodbye to any hopes of anime ever getting a good name for itself. Maybe next time they should try taking Cowboy Bebop, but make Spike an emotionally challenged adolescent girl, and instead of space, put it underwater. Wow, sounds good enough to make a movie. Oh, and instead of a bounty hunter, Spike's a psychologist. Yeah, Spike the traveling underwater female psychologist. Gold.